Hi, I'm Henry DeVries, CEO of Indie Books International. I'm so pleased today to be with one of our authors, Michael Hauge, Hollywood script star. Hollywood Calling here. Michael, how are you today?
I'm great. I'm great. How you doing, Henry?
You're fine. Could you tell the people about the evolution of your book, Storytelling Made Easy?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the place to start is to know that at the time that I started developing Storytelling Made Easy, I already had two books published. The first, Writing Screenplays That Sell, was by a big publisher. HarperCollins publishes that. The second one I did about pitching, that was by a more niche publisher who focuses on film books. But because when I was writing Storytelling Made Easy, and you and I are already acquainted and become friends, and we'd shared the stage, and I'd worked with you, I really wanted to ask you about doing that. And having worked with you and Devin and Indie Books, there would be no going back for me because it was such a much better experience, truly, than those other two, just because, well, several reasons, but I just felt like I was really being taken care of and guided and supported. And it was just much more a personal experience where we were working together on it.
When the book came out, we did something special, the 99-cent Kindle campaign. You had a great list. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. You're kind of skipping over an important part of it, was just the process of it. It's good to get to the money stuff, Henry, but after I had written it or I had done the draft and we started working together, that experience was all terrific because you were very supportive. It's like an old line from the Lone Ranger. You were like with Silver, you were gentle but firm with your input. So you guided me well, you had good suggestions and edits and everything. And when it came to laying the book out, having your team help me with that, I had complete control, you might say. It was my decision what we went with, but you brought in an art director that made it a great cover. You knew how I should lay it out. So all of that support was invaluable, even though I'd already done two other books. So I love that. Then after it was in print, after it was published, so to speak, yeah, it was because of you guys who had the idea after you'd set it all up on Amazon and so on. Let's not just throw it up for the $20 that we're going to charge cover price, or even the $10 that the digital version is going to be. You said, why don't we go out and charge 99 cents? And I probably thought to myself, I thought I was going to make money on this book, but it was brilliant because once we did that, and I had an extensive list of people because I had decades of drawing emails from all my students and clients and so on, both in Hollywood and in business. I had thousands of people to go to. We sent an email and said, we're putting this on for 99 cents for 1 week only, I think we said. And my favor I'm asking you for the cheap price is, would you please write comments on Amazon if you like it? And so it immediately, like the first day we did that, it immediately went to it was the top best-selling book in 3 different categories on Amazon. I didn't even know Amazon had categories, but once I found out I was #1 in 3 of them, that was neat. And it entered the top 100 books of all digital books that were there. And that felt pretty good. I'd never been in the top 100 before. So that post-publishing marketing part was a great element of what you and Devin did.
Well, thanks. Let's talk about post-publishing, because we always say publishing the book is the starting line, not the finish line, and we stay with you. How about talking about the events that Devin helped you put on, the small-scale seminars?
Yeah, I think one of the things I was guilty of until I met you, because you harp on this all the time, was I thought if you have a book, you want to sell the book and you'll make money from the book. But you just drilled into me the idea that that's not really your objective. I should have known it because the effect of my other 2 books was not the amount of money I made. It was leverage to get participants in my seminars, to get clients and so on. But I'd never thought of this, and that is when the book was out, Devin showed me and my junior partner, Nevada, how to set up a free seminar, I guess you'd say. Remind me of what we were calling that.
We
It's
call them small scale seminars. So mine are my book summits, and yours were about storytelling.
yeah, exactly. So whenever I was going someplace anyway, because I had trips set up to give lectures, I would go like a day early. We would set up a free event just one morning at a local hotel that wasn't very expensive. People could come for free. I would talk about sort of the core principles that are in Storytelling Made Easy. But then I would not only get acquainted with them, I would make a special offer for coaching, which is the primary way that I make my income. And then if they like it, at least I've got a fan and they're on my email list. But in every case, I made at least one client, and the money I made off that client way more than paid for the small amount of money I paid for that extra night in a hotel and a little room at the Marriott. So it was a great way for me to make money by giving away free books, but then drawing people to me as a consultant.
Our studies show, Michael, that authors can get a return on investment of 400 to 2,000% on doing that strategy and putting these events on. And it's, as you said, it's leveraging the book. It's what happens as a result of the book. So thank you so much for being with us today. This has been very gracious of you to share this information with aspiring authors.
Yeah, well, not at all. I mean, I love the chance to do this because I rave about you and Devin and Indie Books International all the time. Everybody I know that's thinking of a book, I say, yeah, don't go those other places. You got to talk to Henry.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the visit today. Oh, bye everybody, and watch our other videos on how authors successfully publish their book.